And hello everybody, welcome back to LFC News. Guys, we've got some big news to discuss with regard to sort of FSG, Michael Edwards, Julian Ward, all of these sorts of names, as the Athletic have provided a major update. Now guys, before we do get into it, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more. So, firstly, let's get into it. So what we've seen now from the Athletic this morning is that a number of sources close to Michael Edwards say that the impasse regarding the multi-club plans has frustrated him. Edwards' technical director, Julian Ward, and director of football development, Pedro Marquez, have travelled around Europe since the summer of 2024, assessing options and putting all in the groundwork, but it hasn't come to fruition. Remember, cast your minds back to when Michael Edwards came back, right? FSG were looking to try and sort of make a multi-club model. And that was the big reason as to why Michael Edwards returned. However, there has been a lot of sort of stalling on this. A source close to FSG stated that the project is simply dormant. Nothing is currently happening that would suggest FSG are moving towards with acquiring a second club. Now, what it means for Michael Edwards going forward is uncertain. Edwards, Hughes and Slot will all have 1 year remaining on their contracts this summer. Hughes' future has been the subject of scrutiny since this week, with Al Hilal keen to make him their sporting director. Slot has found himself under growing pressure with just 4 wins in 12 league games since the turn of the year, leaving Liverpool in a fight for the Champions League qualification. 2 years ago, Edwards said that he was returning with renewed vigour and energy after being tempted back by FSG's commitment to the multi-club model. Now that is effectively off the table. It'll be intriguing to see whether he stays on board for the long term. So, yes, FSG not necessarily, of course, keeping to their word at this moment in time, and it does seem as though that top branch that FSG have employed, futures remain uncertain. So let's summarize what the Athletic have said. When Michael Edwards returned to FSG as CEO of football, a key factor was their commitment to expanding into a multi-club model, which he believed was necessary to remain competitive. 2 years on, that project has stalled, is now effectively dormant, with the situation understood to have frustrated Edwards. Edwards, Julian Ward and Pedro Marquez travelled across Europe assessing opportunities and carrying out detailed groundwork. Around 25 clubs were analysed, mainly in Spain, Portugal and France, but no proposals was approved by the FSG board. Talks advanced on 4 occasions with Bordeaux, Malaga, Getafe and Monaco, all seriously considered. However, Bordeaux was rejected due to financial issues and stadium complications, while Malaga proved to be too complex due to administration and legal disputes. Getafe was explored after a reduced valuation, but concerns over revenue and La Liga restrictions ended restriction. FSG also considered a minority stake in Monaco, but uncertainty over UEFA's multi-club ownership rules prevented progress. A major concern was the risk of the 2 clubs under the same ownership being unable to compete in the same European competition. FSG were unwilling to pursue deals that would require them to reduce control or relinquish decisive influence. The model was seen as important after Brexit limited the ability to sign overseas players under 18. Although the groundwork is complete, there are no current plans to move forward with this acquisition. This leaves uncertainty around Edwards' long-term future, given the project was a key reason to his return. So yes, trouble in paradise, guys. A big sort of revelation there from the Athletic, which will sort of tell you everything you need to know with regard to that sort of top hierarchy of FSG. It'll be interesting to see where we go from here. In other news, there was a moment, fleeting but impossible to ignore, that slightly tempered what should have been an entirely perfect European night for Mohamed Salah. Liverpool's emphatic 4-0 dismantling of Galatasaray secured safe passage into the Champions League quarter-finals, yet attention quickly shifted from celebration to concern when their talisman signalled to come off midway through the second half. It was an unusual sight. Salah, so often the relentless heartbeat of Liverpool's attack, rarely asked to be withdrawn. But with just under 20 minutes remaining, the Egyptian indicated to the bench that something wasn't quite right. Moments later, he was replaced by Cody Gakpo, leaving supporters and staff alike wondering whether a new problem had emerged at the worst possible time in the season. That concern is heightened by the tight turnaround. Liverpool now face a demanding trip to Brighton and Hove Albion less than 62 hours after the final whistle against Galatasaray, and any doubt surrounding Salah's availability instantly becomes a major storyline. Speaking after the match, manager Arne Slot offered a measured but cautious update. He was asking for a substitution, not because he thought he had scored enough, but he felt something, Slot explained. So let's see where he is for the weekend and afterwards. While the exact nature of the issue remains unclear, the mere fact Salah initiated the change suggests this is not something Liverpool will take lightly. His durability over the years has been nothing short of remarkable, with injuries rarely interrupting his rhythm, which offers a degree of optimism. The hope within the club will be that this is a minor setback, rather than anything that could disrupt his momentum during a crucial run of fixtures. That would be particularly frustrating, given the way Salah responded to adversity earlier in the evening. After missing a penalty just before half-time, a moment that could easily have affected his confidence, the forward returned with purpose and authority. He played a decisive role in shifting the game firmly in Liverpool's favour, assisting twice before adding a goal of his own. His strike carried added historical significance. In reaching his 50th goal in the competition, Salah became the first African player ever to hit that milestone in the Champions League. Another remarkable achievement in a career already overflowing with records. Slot was quick to highlight not just the numbers, but the mentality behind them. It says a lot about him that after you miss a penalty just before half-time, which can sometimes be hard for an individual, Mo and the team came out for the second half in the way they did, the Liverpool boss said. So he assisted the first to Hugo, great assist, and then scored a trademark goal. He scored many of those in this stadium and for this club, coming inside, finding the top corner. That tells you a lot about his mental strength. It is that resilience, both individual and collective, that has underpinned Liverpool's European campaign so far. Slot also pointed to the broader theme of overcoming setbacks, something his side has had to contend with throughout the season. However, as attention turns quickly to Brighton, Liverpool's squad depth will once again be tested. Several key players are already unavailable, further increasing the reliance on Salah should he be fit enough to feature. His influence goes far beyond goals and assists. He dictates tempo, occupies defenders, and provides a constant outlet in high-pressure situations. For now, Liverpool wait. The victory over Galatasaray was commanding, professional, and at times exhilarating, but it may yet come with a cost. Whether Salah's substitution proves precautionary or problematic will likely define the narrative heading into the weekend. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.